Hello, this is Tony Heller from realclimatescience.com. The press is constantly bombarding people with fears they're going to burn up, they're going to drown, or they're going to starve because of climate change. Global crop yields projected to drop as temperatures rise. Global vulnerability of crop yields to climate change. 5 ways climate change will affect you. Crop changes. Sounds very scary, except there's no evidence to back it up. The global death rate from famine is at a record low, and it's down more than 99% from a century ago. In 1920, Scientific American showed that adding carbon dioxide to the air greatly increased crop yields. NASA satellites show that the increase in carbon dioxide is making Earth greener. Crop yields have been steadily increasing around the world over the past 60 years. And the United States just had another near-record corn and soybean crop last year. Corn loves hot weather. Some of the best corn in the country is grown around Phoenix, Arizona. This fear-mongering from the press and academics doesn't have any basis in science or reality. And it's been going on for a very long time. 55 years ago, academics were saying we were all going to starve by the year 1975. But the problem back then wasn't global warming. They said the food supply was being affected by global cooling. June 22, 1976. A CIA report supporting the global cooling thesis was released last month. It warned that world food supplies could be threatened if the cooling trend continued. NOAA magazine during October 1974 explains how a cooler Earth is more prone to drought. In India, for example, before the global warming trend of 1890 to 1940, severe drought struck about once every 4 years. With the warming, however, and more abundant monsoon rains, drought came only once every 18 years or so, greatly increasing India's grain production. There's no empirical or theoretical basis to these claims that global warming causes famine. The bottom line is that people making these predictions simply don't like the human race. They assume that humans are evil and make predictions like Lake Erie will be dead by 1980 and America will be subject to water rationing by 1974 and food rationing by 1980. 50 years ago, academics, the New York Times, and the United Nations were talking quite openly about poisoning the food and water supply of third world countries. But they don't just hate poor people. Paul Ehrlich also says that there's too many rich people. And 11,000 scientists recently signed a letter saying there needs to be far fewer humans on the planet. In 1894, experts said that Earth could not support more than 6 billion people. But the data shows that the human condition has been getting better and better over the past century. People who are prone to climate alarms simply don't like other humans. In Europe, people believed that bad weather was caused by witches, and they could prevent bad weather by burning the witches. And in North America around that same time, experts believed that droughts could be prevented by sacrificing lots and lots of human beings. Nothing has changed since then. These 11,000 scientist signatories share the same Dark Ages mentality as people did 600 years ago. H.L. Mencken said, "The most dangerous man to any government is the man who is able to think things out for himself." The last thing government wants is a population of people who are able to use their own brain and see how they're being lied to. For the past 14 years, Toto has been pulling back the curtain on this sort of primitive thinking from academia. You can visit Toto, Kyrie, and Caesar on the web at realclimatescience.com.